Hi, guys. Welcome back to LVBS Live. I am Franny Esparza, your host, and my co host, Jose Quiñones. Welcome,
Buenos
Jose.
dias.
And good morning. We have some wonderful guests today, Jenny and Tyler Valiant of Local Coffee Roasting Co. Welcome, guys. How are you?
Welcome, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank
you
you.
for being here.
Absolutely. Before we jump into these wonderful guests, just to remind you, Linda Vista Business Services is an incorporation expert. What we do is we specialize in filing all of the necessary paperwork to start your business, your LLC, your tax ID number, your business license, your operating agreement, all of the necessary documents to get up and running. And today's show is brought to you by Linda Vista Real Estate Services. If you need a knowledgeable agent, give them a call, 302-313-1600. Let's do it. How are you guys today?
Oh, we're great.
Yeah, we're doing good. We
Awesome.
really could have used that service when we started our business, for sure. It was easy to navigate everything to get started, for sure.
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. A lot of guests say that. They're like, wow, if I knew you guys were around back then. So that's wonderful to hear. Thank you so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Awesome.
And Delaware's, from what I know, a really good place to do it as well.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
have
definitely.
that on your team too.
Delaware is considered the #1 state for incorporating businesses. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Look, when I reached out to them and Jose told me about you guys, I told them right off the bat, like, I am a huge fan of your coffee. So I'll say it again. Thank you so much.
Oh,
and
thank
we even
you.
have our own special blend.
That's right, the Linda Vista blend,
Yes.
a light roast,
Yes.
a blend of Colombian and Guatemalan coffee, man. So if you guys are ever in the area, stop by and get a free cup. The Linda Vista blend. Like right now, I'm like, this thing is good.
It's
man.
really
it's
good.
some
Been drinking it
coffee.
all day, man.
It's some good coffee.
Ah,
Well,
dynamite.
let's jump right into it. Well, first, before we get started on the questions, because as you know, we ask our guests, questions. Tell us a little bit about you guys, Jenny and Tyler. Just a little background.
Sure. Oh.
Go ahead.
So, this is my husband, Tyler. I'm Jenny. We are a couple. We started the business of roasting coffee right after we got married about 3.5 years ago. We roast fresh every week. We do wholesale to cafes in the area. So, Bethany Beach, Fenwick, Rehoboth. We're reaching into Lewis. So, yeah, it's been exciting 3.5 years, and we've got a little one on the way. Yep.
That's what's
Another
up.
team member.
Yes, a roaster in training.
Yes, there you go.
And you know, it's been phenomenal watching your whole journey, man.
Yeah, I mean, you've been there from the beginning.
you.
That's right,
We
man.
did some
When
videos with
we
you
did the
early on, yeah.
videos, man. When we went, I am Sussex, man, and I'll never forget. Now, when I passed, what's the name of that road where we were there for like 2 hours waiting on that truck?
That was Route 54, yeah.
Right, we were there waiting on a truck to come deliver the beans that
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, comes by the truckload. I remember.
Yeah, man.
Back then, we were maybe only ordering 1 or 2 bags. This is maybe, what, a year and a half ago,
Yeah,
give or take?
Easy, probably longer than that.
Probably like
Yeah.
10 times, 20 times the amount per order now. It's ridiculous.
In a year and a half or 2 years' time.
Yeah, we went from 5-gallon buckets to like 30-gallon trash cans pretty
You know,
quickly.
I'll say this. I feel so honored because it looks like you guys come from a very rock star family. Like we got to meet your dad with his woodworking. We even did a video on him, you know, like that. It was amazing. Your whole shop, right? It was a mixture of woodworking and coffee making. You know, it's just like
It's like an art
Molly
compound
and I
over
were
there.
there the whole day. We didn't want to leave, man, because it was you said like a compound. It was just we hung out. When we got there, you know how you guys opened the garage door. I was like, yo, this is crazy,
Yeah,
man. The road leading to your house is just like I don't know if Batman lives here or what.
Right?
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
you don't know what you're
right?
getting
That's right.
into when you
don't know
pull
what
up,
you're
but
getting into. That's
you
what's
get
up,
inside,
man.
you're like, okay, this is cool.
So I'm excited that you guys are here to continue the discussion.
Definitely.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's jump on in. So the first question we have for you today is what led you guys to become entrepreneurs?
Honestly, my family, and Jose just mentioned, come from a family of entrepreneurs. My parents had a real estate company in Bethany Beach called Seacoast for years ago. And so for me, it was like I always had big shoes to fill and never quite felt right just taking a job. So like to feel like accomplished, like I always wanted to be my own boss. So I knew from a very young age that I wanted to do something. And then Jenny and I just love coffee so much and used to go on coffee dates every morning in Los Angeles. It's kind of the obvious choice. It's like, well, what do we like the most? Let's tackle that. And we really like coffee.
Yeah.
So you guys identified early on what your passion was, and it was kind of already in your blood to be an entrepreneur. You had known nothing less than that, so
Definitely.
that's kind of what you guys ran with.
Yeah, entrepreneurship is exciting. It's like, like every day, one day at a time, and taking risks. It's not like that security of just showing up somewhere and doing labor and getting a paycheck. And like, I really enjoy that. And then I think coffee ended up being like a low cost industry to get started in. And again, we really loved it, and it was something we had in common. And we do it together, and we're attached at the hip. So the fact that we kind of bond over coffee has been a huge part of why we wake up every morning and still enjoy doing it today.
That's very awesome.
You
Now,
have to
Jenny,
do what you love.
yeah, absolutely. Now, did you kind of follow suit, or like you were like entrepreneur yourself, or how about? for
I
you?
definitely got hooked onto it from him and his family. Yep. Everybody in the family owns their own business. His sister owns a photography business. His brother owns a construction business. His dad and mom owned the real estate business. So that I was just so attracted to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Make your own schedule, do what you want. From the outside, it seems so easy too.
Yes.
So I got sucked into that, and owning your own business is a lot of hard work, a lot of late nights.
Yeah.
early
Nothing but
mornings,
easy.
But
No.
you have to stick through it. But it's been really fun, really, really fun. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I do have a question. Were there any resources that helped you along your journey?
So many. We
ton.
couldn't have done it with all the help around us, for sure.
Without, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Without. From family to entrepreneurs, or not entrepreneurs, excuse me, mentors. I kind of like to collect mentors. Like when I meet an outstanding person like Jose, I kind of will even be as bold to say like, hey, would you mind mentoring me? Like, could I call you if I need some advice? And people are really receptive to that, especially successful business people. They love to share with other people that success, and it's rewarding to help somebody else find success. And so mentors for me has been huge. One guy that's been really helpful for me is Tim Sweetman, that owns Chick-fil-A in Millsboro, has been really helpful. And he'll take my phone call basically any time of the day and like talk to him about a meeting I'm about to have or a pitch I need to give, and he's happy to give his advice, and it's really come in handy time and time again. Not to mention like Mike McCarthy from McCarthy Stones, a couple of other people that have been really good mentors. So
And you
That's
know
awesome.
why? Because as entrepreneurs, they see the drive, especially when somebody comes to you and you get to a point where you can smell that. And since the first time I met you guys, I felt that. I'm like, yo, they're about their business. They want to figure things out. So in reality, you were already coming with your own answers. You just was, hey, can you help me figure this out?
definitely.
And you guys are not working. I mean, you're obviously, your mentorship isn't somebody that's in the same field as you, because this is a very
Right.
probably very unique. Every maybe 1 in 5 people do something like this. So the mentorship is just business in general, entrepreneurship in general, and even just life. I'm sure you've got mentors that
Definitely.
just teach you and mentor you about life itself.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that all comes together in a successful business. So just to make it clear to everyone, it's not just the area that you're looking to get into, just mentors in general.
And to even elaborate on that, people in our business probably would hesitate to mentor because they might feel it like competition. So the only other people in the coffee business tend to be like states away from us.
Yeah.
You could just jump on social media. Say you're a young entrepreneur and you want to get into the coffee business. Jump on social media, pick whatever major coffee company you like. It's not that hard to get on LinkedIn and find somebody's email. And just don't be scared to ask. Like, hey, I'm a young man. I really want to get into this business. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
But like you said, I do agree. It really doesn't need to be in your field at all. And for me, honestly, it's really not much been in my field. It's been
Yeah.
different
I
fields.
imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good. Awesome. So next question. Now, what do you think is the reason that most people, entrepreneurs and people in business, fail or give up on this journey?
Right. Well, like I said, it's tough. You have to have some grit,
Yeah.
to keep going. But it's just exactly that. You just can't give up. You have to be passionate about what you're doing and just persevere. just keep going.
And I'm
You're gonna
sure you
have good
guys-
days. You're gonna have bad
Yes.
days. You just gotta push through, have the end goal in mind, and just always keep reaching for that.
Yeah, I mean, what's the difference between giving up and failing? So, like, we could have given up 10 times easily. I can think of 10 times where I'm like, I don't know if this coffee thing is going to work out. This is difficult. So I think, like, to anybody out there that's struggling, like, don't give up. Like, giving up is like waving the white flag and saying, okay, I can't do this. But, like, you can do it. I mean, it's just a matter of, finding a better strategy or having a better pitch or meeting somebody else or I don't know. But, like, a lot of it is just, yeah, like Jenny said, persevering through what seems like something impossible and just like, don't give up, keep trying.
Yep.
Did you guys have fears that you encountered along? We get that a lot with this question is, the reason people fail is because of fear. Did you guys encounter it? Because you guys are like,
definitely.
we did it. We had some tough times, but we kept it going. But what was there a time where you were like fearful?
Oh, we're scared right now. Is it
Yeah.
money's tough? Money in, money out. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like, every new client we pick up, it's like sometimes you got to spend money to make money. It's always risk taking. But I feel like the more we just believe in ourselves and we're willing to take
There
risks
you go.
and go for it,
There you go.
the universe just kind of gives it right back to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, you gravitate towards similar people. Like Jose said, you can just like feel it when somebody's serious versus just messing around. Like, so.
Absolutely.
Well-
Speaking it into existence.
Uh-huh. What would you say is your unique superpower that has helped you build your business?
I don't feel like we have any superpowers, We're just regular
just Jenny and
people.
Tyler.
Yeah.
We're just hardworking.
Well, that's your superpower.
That's right. That's it.
I think it kind of relates
The
back to
relationship.
Be
the.
yourself,
It kind of relates back to the last question. There's this guy Grant Cardone. You know Grant Cardone?
That's right.
Yes,
Level
absolutely.
10.
I'm gonna look this up so that he
Level 10.
talks about this word fortitude. And if I Google it, the definition of fortitude. Hold on here.
It's like it relates back to perseverance through hard times or something like
That's definitely a superpower.
Courage
right?
in pain
Yeah.
or adversity. So I think that
Pain.
sums up the last question. Like,
Yeah.
what is failure? And it's like, if you don't give up and you can approach a tough business or whatever your dreams are with courage and not give up, like, I feel like that's kind of a superpower.
That is.
So I think that's kind of what Jenny had to say. It's like, just keep trying.
That's
and
the real key to owning your own business.
Yeah, 99
Perseverance,
no's, 99 no's just to get one yes is
Yeah.
still worth the one yes.
yeah. Exactly.
And you got to get through those 99 no's to earn that
You
one
learned
yes.
that from a mentor, didn't
I
you?
did. I learned that from a mentor, Jason Blanchard at Full Sail University. Yeah.
And you see, that takes me to the business that we are in. It's all in the numbers. Just we got to a point that we know how many conversations pretty much on average we have to have before we get a sale, before we have a conversation with someone who's serious about buying or selling their home. So
Mhm.
it's all in the numbers, knowing your math.
Yep.
you know.
I'm sure you can relate to that.
That's right.
99 no's and one
That's
yes.
right.
Yep. Can't be
And
afraid of the
getting-
no.
You can't, and getting comfortable in that,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Lean in, stand tall and
It's
lean
to be
in,
expected.
you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When
Definitely.
you hear a no, you're like kind of like score because that means that maybe a
I'm
yes
closer.
is coming soon.
Yeah, exactly. You're one more notch
That's right.
closer.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
right. You get
I like
closer.
that.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
And you see, that's mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You
Have to stay
have to get
positive,
to
yeah.
that point where your mindset is like, all right, bring it on. That's another one. I'm closer.
Exactly.
Where the average mindset is like,
Is this
Right.
even going to
I'm
work?
done.
Totally.
I'm going back home.
That voice in the back of your
That's
head
right.
is
I'm
like,
like,
oh my
yo,
god, I
you just
wanna
woke up. What
hide
you
under the
mean?
covers.
That's right. No.
After that
That's
first
right.
Yeah.
no, it's like it's debilitating to some people. So yeah,
Mhm.
For sure.
I like it.
Interesting. Yeah, fortitude. I think that's a really good word. I
Yeah.
think that's really had a big impact on the way I approach sales and business and everything we're talking about.
That's your superpower. Fortitude. Appreciate
I
that.
like that. Okay. Next question: what is the best and worst advice you both have ever received?
Worst advice would be to, give up, get a real job.
Oh, you.
I went to college
gotta
for
agree with that.
teaching,
Yes.
so for a little while, everybody's like, "Why don't you just get a teaching job? Get those, benefits."
A lot
would
of
be easy.
entrepreneurs have heard that. That's been a big
Or
one.
some people think you need to have a job secured to have grown up when you're a teenager, and it's like, no, I'm working on something that I believe is going to work. And as long as you really wake up in the morning and you really put work into that, that's a real possibility for people. think some people discount that. So I really do agree. Like, I've heard from many people, like, just get a job. It could be easier. But up until now, it's the best decision I ever made not
Yeah.
to do that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Love it. What about best advice?
You want to go first?
I've got to think about that one for a minute.
So what would be my best advice? My best advice, you know, it's funny, I got to go back to Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone has had some good books that we've read and videos. And this was like groundbreaking for me, but it was just like your dreams need to be through the roof higher. So I think the example from him was like, how much money do you think you'll make in your lifetime? And somebody's like $1 million. And he's like, why isn't that $500 million, $1 billion? Like, why are you capping yourself off at $1 million? And it's like, your dreams should be through the roof. Like, we're going to change the world. Our coffee, everybody in the world is going to know local coffee. And that's maybe counterintuitive, local coffee, but you know, like I believe it. So, and I do feel like that's a huge
That's
mindset.
right.
That's
Yeah.
part
That's right.
of, you know, if you're ever going to get there, it starts with believing that you can get there.
Yeah.
You're definitely not going to make it if you don't aspire to
Right.
make it that far.
Yeah, so just
Your
like
chances of-
shooting for the moon and like don't let your goals limit what success is possible for you has been huge, and it's part of why we have the coffee business for sure and why it's grown. And like we're working on Food Lion right now. We're still not in Food Lion, and a year and a half later, and we're getting closer and closer, and we were on the phone with them today. They just called us. And now we got to fill out more paperwork, and it still seems like we're so far from actually getting on the shelves in Food Lion, but like I'm excited to fill out the paperwork, and it's baby steps, and it's one thing at a time, and we'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
And that's why you'll get there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now we got to figure out barcodes and G10s and all this crazy
And you
stuff.
will.
We're working.
You will.
It seems like a
Yes,
lot.
we will.
It seems
We
like
have a
lot.
mentor for that.
It does, but it's baby steps, one thing at a
Yeah.
time. So right now, all I got to do is fill out that paperwork today, and I'll be that much closer.
Yeah, exactly. One day at a time. That's awesome. But if you look back on where you were 2 years ago and where you are now, that's like mind blowing.
I wouldn't have believed that Food Lion was a
Exactly.
possibility.
Yeah, exactly. So even though right now it's kind of like daunting to think, oh my God, I got to come up with these barcodes and all this stuff, but you know that in a year from now you're gonna be like, whew,
Yep.
I'm glad that's over with. Look at where we are now.
Exactly.
You know, so that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's a quote or saying you both live by?
You
That
go
we
first
both
this
live
time.
by? I've got
Or
one.
individually, you know?
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Like I said earlier, don't be afraid of the no.
That's a hard one for me. I mean, I've probably dropped a couple of quotes.
You did.
Yeah.
I like I said, I like to collect mentors. So I think Jenny kind of hit the nail on the head, though. Like, don't be scared to live the life that you want to live. Maybe something along those lines. Like, you know, like chase your dreams. Like, I do a lot of filmmaking. I started off before coffee. I went to film school and I did music videos and got to work in the film business. Because when I was a teenager, this is what I wanted to do. I like just out of everything was like, I want to make a movie. And I got to make a movie once. And it's like, I don't know. Again, just like I didn't limit myself and I got there. I don't know that I believed that
Make
I'd end
100
up in
movies.
Hollywood making a
1,000
movie, but
movies.
I did it. So yeah, it's like chase your dreams. And you know, we're 30 and there's no reason why we might come up with another crazy dream one day.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm
That's
sure
right,
we
and
could
you
get
will.
there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can transition for all you know. I mean, you could become very successful with local and then at some point, you know, venture off into something else.
Sure.
And while local's running itself, you know. So
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. That's awesome. Never, you know, it's never too late to do anything. So I love it. Perfect.
You know, as I sit here, man, I'm listening, right? And I'm always at odd. I'm feeling really good. I have my son here with us, right? He's helping out in the background. And one of the things that I'm consistently here as I speak to you, as we speak to you both, hearing you mention your dad, right? Seacoast, right? And all that comes to mind as I think of my son, as I think of other younger individuals looking at us, is that build on what was already there. Right? Some of us
Definitely.
think that, my God, I come from this horrible background, but that's what's made you who you are.
Mhm.
So build on what you. So that's what's happening here. You know, you are building on what the foundation that was already there, man. So no matter where you at in life, be thankful and grateful for the experience that you've had. Take the best of it and build from there.
Definitely. We definitely don't appreciate all of like the wealth of knowledge that's around us, and everybody has a different group of people with unique lives and experiences that's like too much to even fathom when you really think about it. Like all of us in this room, think about all of our experiences,
That's
and we
right.
all have individual
That's right.
lives, and everybody has something of value to bring. So I agree with that. Huge. And generational wealth too for us, like it's a motivator. It's like I'm excited to leave something for our daughter Lily. I mean, that's really exciting to me.
Me too.
You
It
know,
almost makes me tear up.
that's what I'm
Feel
talking
free.
about. You know, and that's how it's some of the other things that I'm taking away from our conversation is also drive, right? You talked about driving, having a drive for everything, seeking mentors, you know, being able to articulate what I need from you. You know, also, you know, you mentioned some of them here, Tim, and also fortitude. You know, that is your superpower, one of them. You know, fortitude, and then I love this. I like to collect mentors. You know, that's what's up.
That's a good
right?
Thanks for being a mentor. too.
That's what's up,
Yes.
man. Well, thank you, because honestly, yeah, I appreciate that. But you, man, I get energized being around you and individuals like yourself. You know, every time that we have an interaction, I walk away like pumped. Right? So I want to spend the
Us
rest of
too.
my life going from
Sure it's not the
that-
coffee?
well, that plays a part. Going from that energy, experience from experience.
Yeah.
I'm done, right? I want, like, when we are done here, all right, what's next? And if it does not resemble this, it's gonna be quick, so I can get to this again. So that's how I want to spend my life, consistently seeking opportunities on how to enhance the moment. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
Love it. Yeah.
Totally,
So-
totally makes sense.
Look, the Linda Vista Rose,
Uh-huh.
man. Like, that is phenomenal.
Yes.
You know, and we were able to incorporate, you know, the community, you know, the Guatemalan and Colombian, and now we got something that when our clients, our partner agents, our family members come in, this is something that we created together. You know, we had a cupping. I never knew what a cupping was, right? We had a cupping here, like a wine tasting. We had a cupping here, and you guys doing your thing. Our partner agents took part of that, and we created something that's uniquely us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very proud to say that when people come in here, the first thing they say is,
You
"Smells
smell it.
good in here."
Hey,
Oh,
You
yeah.
You
know?
guys selling coffee or real
It
estate?
smells
You
so
know?
good.
Uh-huh.
You know, so
Both.
we're very, very proud of that.
Yeah.
It's like an extension of us and who we are here in our office, and the many, many businesses that have come from us.
Yeah,
from
and
this
who would
foundation.
think that real estate and coffee could jive? It's like, again, like, don't ever like not approach something because you think it might not work out. Like, I'm so glad we've partnered up, and
That's right.
it wasn't maybe an obvious pairing, but it's
Yeah.
like the synergy is great.
Yeah.
It works really well.
Yeah.
So also for the people watching and listening, where can they find you guys? I know that you guys got a great partnership in Rehoboth with the coffee shop. You
Mhm.
have other places. So if you can name a few where people can go and pick up your coffee.
Oh, sure. So we've got 3BB Cafe in Bethany Beach. Shell Brothers in downtown Rehoboth has a coffee shop called The Coffee Shop.
There you go. That's right.
The Coffee Shop, serving local coffee, you know. We had-
Phenomenal coffee shop, by the way, man. It's kind of funky.
Isn't it so
in
cute
yeah,
there?
Man, it
Yeah.
is, it is.
love
They
it
have
there.
really good marketing, Shaw
Uh-huh.
Brothers.
Just recently, we signed up Rosenfeld's. They have it up here in Rehoboth for now, but we're hoping to get into all their locations. Soon Food Lion. We're in Good Earth Market on 26.
Awesome, phenomenal place.
You can get
a
the
couple-
K Roast at
yeah.
Keiko Surf Shop in Ocean
Oh,
City.
yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They came up with that name.
K-Roast.
K Roast.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought that was clever. There's a ton more. I'm
understood.
sure I'm forgetting a lot of people, but if you go to our website, there's a map of everywhere that you can get it. And
what's
yeah,
that
you can find-
website?
That's www.localcoffeeroastingco.com.
Or if you
Co.com.
like Google search local coffee roasting company, that'll help you find the website
pop
to it.
up.
And
Yep.
we know it's a long web address.
And it's
So.
funny, that's kind of why we made the name so vague, so that, you know, when you type it into Google, it just kind of pops right up.
Yeah, where can I find
Uh-huh.
local coffee
And it
here?
works.
And you get ours, no
Yeah.
matter where you are.
Yeah, I think it works.
The local coffee roasting company. That's
It kind of
awesome.
works for the better and for worse. When you hear like an ad on the radio and they're like, "Oh, local coffee roasters," you just think it's like some vague
Which
balloon
one?
That's right.
term. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it has its pros and cons, but yeah, it's a clever name.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think you guys are making some waves with coffee with all the locations that you've got. People can go check them out on their website. Again, it was localcoffeeroastingco.com, so you can see all the locations of the coffee. Thank you guys so much. This has
Yeah,
been
thank you.
awesome.
This has
Thank
been
you.
fantastic.
All right, guys.
A wrap.
See you next time.
See you.
Peace.